Welcome back to the Boy Time channel. Today, Father John Misty, I Love You, Honeybear. Look at the wheel.
I wonder what it's going to be.
There's no suspense because we don't have the albums written on there anymore.
Yeah. Well.
That's a me.
Oh. Okay. Way to kill
Sorry.
the suspense.
I'm happy with that. I'm very happy.
I'm happy with that also. I'm gonna do I Love You, Honeybear.
Okay, we're doing it. Wow, Jerry gets a spin that isn't a yikes and makes me want to die.
I know.
That's so cool.
I'm excited for this one. I've been listening to this album for like 2 months straight. I took a week off. So
Intentionally for this.
Intentionally. Once I hit the wheel, I'm like, I want to have a little bit of a break. So here we are, listening to Father John Misty's second record. It's pretty fun, I think. I listened to Pure Comedy today for the first time. I think that's not fun. No. But I think that's where his like pen game is the best. He definitely has things to say on that record. Not to say that he doesn't have things to say on this record, but there's a jump for sure from this one to Pure Comedy.
Well, people rate Pure Comedy as one of the best things of the last 10 years, so it's got pretty high standards on that one.
Yeah, I liked the pen game. There's some songs that I think are kind of just the same thing over and over again, which is fine. But this one's my favorite of his. I've listened to all of them now. Fear Fun is a close second. Fear Fun is a little bit more, I don't want to say poppy, but it definitely doesn't jump into like kind of the real world stuff as much as he does later. It's more just a regular folk record. So I like that one. But this one's kind of a concept.
No way he'd do a concept.
I know.
That's crazy.
A little bit crazy. I didn't pull it up, but on the album sleeve, it's all just pictures of him and his wife. I didn't want to show it because one of them is her naked, so we would get got.
Dang it. YouTube.
I know, but so it's all about his relationship that he's had with this woman, and kind of what it's like to be in love with someone and marry someone when you're a anarchist, nihilist, looking at the world and it's like it's gonna end anyways. What's the point? That's kind of what this is. So, kind of fun.
Epic.
We can just get started. The first song is "I Love You, Honeybear," the title track. Always said that if you don't start the album with "come" in the
That's
first
true.
bar,
That's a mark of a genius album.
I would say so.
The Rorschach sheets line right after it too is a perfect image. I'm glad I have to view that right away.
He really gets right into it.
This is the happiest doomer anything I've witnessed.
I know. It doesn't stay like that, so. Classic 30-second fade out.
It's doing something though.
Yeah. All right. It's pretty much done.
That's pretty much it.
That was "I Love You, Honeybear."
Yeah, I think that's a good intro. That pretty much sums up everything you were talking about. As a good precursor into the experience here. This entire album is just going to be that Wojak of the guy in the beanie with the cigarette, and then that one goth chick. That's just going to be this whole album.
Yeah.
Apparently. But again, I think I've only heard Chloe, by the way, so I kind of have an idea for his writing style and everything already, and that's probably what most interests me. Is just kind of like reading through lyrics as he goes through these things. Yes. But instrumental wise, I'm much more drawn to this. This feels a lot more contemporary. and less like stuck in a time era like Chloe was. So I can kind of get into it more. Yeah, I thought the track flowed really nice. I love the build up into the breakdown of the chorus. I thought that was cool, and then just like the very reverb vocals at the back half were really nice. So
Yes.
good start.
That one's one of my favorites. I love the line, everything is doomed and nothing will be spared, but I love you, Honeybear.
Yeah, that like
It's like, yeah,
yeah.
that kind of just sums up what this whole thing is.
Mhm.
But yeah, we can move on to Chateau Lobby number 4 in C for Two Virgins.
Wow, I've never heard this song. Wow.
I know it's the most popular one.
I've never read the lyrics though, so I'll have
Oh,
a first
okay.
reaction to that.
Well, that'll be fun. It's a weird one.
I see. You never noticed the hand claps,
I like this song because of the claps.
just for the clapping.
Yeah.
This dude's got the most annotators on Genius. It's crazy.
Does he really? I've never
Yeah, he's
looked
got
at
like a
the
whole
Genius
novel squad.
stuff. I bet. I bet he just attracts like that crowd that like
For sure.
yeah. All right. Chateau Lobby number 4.
Nice. I like that. I like the horns on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that ties nicely into the last track. We still got some nihilism poking in with the people are
little bit.
boring line.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna love to hate him because people that are too doomer are just incredibly annoying.
Yes,
and
he's
I'm
very
hoping he's
pretentious.
gonna be very annoying.
Yes.
But it's one of those annoying people that it's like, I'm still gonna partake here because the music sounds pretty great here.
Yes.
And I really love the bridge. So, cool. Not like anything huge or like groundbreaking, but it sounds nice and it flows with whatever is going on so far. So I like that one.
Yes. Yeah. I like that one too. I almost view like 1 and 2 as like the same vibe.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because it's both kind of like we're in love. We met each other. Like we're setting the stage for what's coming. But I wouldn't say that's particularly one of my favorite songs, but I do get why it's the most popular. It does seem
Yeah,
the
it's
most
very
accessible.
easy to follow, and the
Yeah.
horns and everything. It sounds very
It's fun.
like traditional. Yeah.
We can move on. Track 3, True Affection.
This man want to be Sufjan so bad. It's crazy.
I know. It was 2015. So, was
Yeah.
that pre-Carrie and Lowell?
Same year.
Okay.
Actually, no, that was 2017 that Carrie and Lowell came out.
Okay.
But Age of Ads was out, so electronic folk was in.
It was in.
When can we talk with the face instead of using all these strange devices? It seems like you and I need to have a crazy conversation. Wouldn't be that hard.
This literally is an Age of Ads song. That's crazy.
Yeah. I've never
This feels like
listened
it's
to
right
it.
off that album.
All right. True Affection.
Nice. That's my favorite one.
Okay. I figured it would be.
Yeah, I really liked how that went down. That is literally a Sufjan Stevens song, but he did it so well that it's not like it's like, oh, I want to listen to Age of Ads now. It's like, oh, this is done really well. And the song's about how like I don't want to like keep texting you. I want to be face to face. So I think while it's still on the nose, like I think it fits very well with the subject matter. The track flowed really nice. I love the chorus where it was more ambient and less like straightforward. And then the outro with the building layering of the vocals was really cool. That was straight out of Sufjan as well. But that's really great. I think he did it super well, and I think yeah, that one's my favorite. I mess with that one.
That one's pretty good. I love that he says, "When can we talk with the face?" It's
Yeah, I
such
like
an
that.
interesting way to put it. Because he could have very easily have said face to face, same amount of syllables, but he chose with. And
Yeah, I
love-
like that a lot more. Just because, like, I don't know, that seems like such a better way to put it, even though it doesn't exactly make sense. It's like, yeah, that you immediately know that they're talking about like a phone conversation. But yeah, yeah, I think I really like that one. That was my
No,
favorite.
I like that one too. I think I might go out on a limb and say that this next one's my favorite.
Okay.
And so it's called The Night Josh Tillman Came to Our Apartment or Appointment.
Meta.
Josh Tillman is Father John Misty's real name.
Meta.
So, in case you didn't know,
Crazy.
there we go.
A little bit of a sonic switch up.
A little bit.
And the malaprops make me wanna fucking scream. I wonder if she even knows what that word means. Well, it's literally not that.
You're a straight goofball, but I love it.
I know.
I hate this guy.
I love that bar.
Evoke ideas. Someone's been told too many times they're
I
beyond.
love that he complains about her being like this when it's coming from him.
He's the most pretentious human I've ever heard, but it works with the music.
No.
She blames her excess on my influence, but
He's got jokes.
The genie sanitation is perfect for it.
Yeah.
There's just a gif of a vacuum cleaner just snorting cocaine.
One of my favorite final lines.
That whole songwriting wise is just wild.
I know. I know. I love it so much. It's
Yeah, that writing style is so fantastic. I mean, like, he's the most pretentious, like, annoying person, but like there's still this kind of like weird sweetness to it. And the line's delivery is just great with like this just super like airy, like flowy music. And then it's just like these really weird comments.
Yeah, it's like these like little things. It isn't like
Yeah.
huge things that like
He's picking like little tiny things out.
yeah. It's like, oh man. I love that one so much.
Never do that to somebody, by the way. Don't do that.
What, don't write a song about dumb like this?
Or it's like she talks like this and misuses the word literally all the time.
Yeah, it's a little petty. I wonder what her reaction was to this song. I don't know. I've never
Yeah,
looked
I don't know.
it up.
I'm sure she's in on it. I feel like they're in on the joke.
Yeah. I mean, it's these two. So
Yeah.
because she's super artsy too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
That's the only kind of person that could be with Father John Misty. I think.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. No, that was really well done.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. All right. Track 5, When You're Smiling and Astride Me. Gonna have fun putting these in the bottom here.
Yeah.
Got long titles.
Nothing will be worse than Illinois. So
That's true. Yeah.
Darling, I love you as you are when you're alone.
what? There was no sarcastic backhanded compliment.
Not yet.
That's crazy.
I feel like this is the song. He's like, I have to actually make a nice song now after that one. All right. That was When You're Smiling and Astride Me.
Nice. That was a real sweet love song, and it actually was like genuine. There was no like the nihilistic things creeping in or anything. I thought that's a really nice contrast, and instrumental's very Pink Floydy, very spacey. I love that little guitar riff that comes in, and they only use it a couple times, but it just really helps carry the track. But I thought that was really sweet. Yeah, I think like he's just like, besides all this crap that I like sprinkle into everything, it's like this is genuine.
Yeah.
So I think that really, really fits in the record. I think that's a really nice song.
Yeah. He doesn't do that very often, but it's nice when he's just nice, you know? Every once an album or something. It's nice. All right, track 6. Nothing good ever happens at the goddamn Thirsty Crow.
The long face, blondie, I'm already taken. Sorry, I may act like a lunatic. Think I'm fucking crazy or mistaken. Keep moving.
To have a good album, you need a cowboy section.
Absolutely. Yes. All right, that was Nothing Good Ever Happens at the Goddamn Thirsty Crow.
Nice. That really felt like a Western bar scene, like immediately with that instrumental. I thought that was really great. I think his delivery throughout the whole record has been great, but I think especially on this track where he's kind of like not tumbling, but he's like leaning, and then he'll hit a line and go to the next one. So it's like a little bit different.
It's a little more raw.
Yeah, it's a little bit more raw and unexpected, which is really cool. So it just really keeps you engaged with it. And the whole song being about like, oh, I have a wife, but I'm still like kind of like objectifying her when I'm not near her is kind of like this weird thing that he's like balancing.
Yeah.
Which I think fits with the instrumental and everything quite a bit. And then just like being on the road and stuff and like being away for a while on tour. So I don't know. I think that works really well. Especially after the last track. Again, a big contrast. But yeah, I think the instrumental on that one's one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. I think the only thing is that it takes a little bit. It takes like a minute for like the instrumental to like get going, which is fine, but it's just always a little slow to start.
Scene setting.
I know. Well, it starts with like dishes clanking and stuff.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah.
I
Like,
get
oh,
what
I'm
he's
in a
doing.
bar.
Yeah. All right. Track 7 is Strange Encounter. I wonder what this could be,
Rather strange.
but it's aliens.
Ooh. I just said that.
That's true.
Spooky ghost.
This is the spooky ghost level.
Wanna find somebody not like this. Yeah, I'm a decent person, little aimless, so free and too easy, giving it away, giving it away.
All right. Strange Encounter.
Strange encounter. Sounds pretty decent. I feel like I did a lot of the same things that we've already been hearing, especially with this chorus. I feel like he has this kind of like, I'm going to do my singing and then I'm going to have strings in the background. Whoa.
Yeah.
But he's done it like 6 times, so it doesn't really hit the same. But I will say the outro, that little outro instrumental where the violin came in over the top, and they kind of like mixed in that fuzzy guitar at the end. I think that worked really well. We just had to get there through like I feel like I've heard this song already, but writing wise, I think it's pretty pretty good again. I think just like telling the tale of just like random hookups and that kind of thing, and just giving energy to someone that you're probably never gonna see again. Or just like in the song, it's like, hey, this person is just obviously blacked out. Like, is this worth my energy?
Yeah.
And that kind of thing. But yeah, I think writing is good. I just feel like instrumentally and like song structure wise, I feel like I've heard this song like once or twice already on this record.
Yeah, that's fair. It's not my favorite. It's fine, but you know, there's better songs on here, so that's okay. All right, this song I think you're gonna love.
What?
It's called "The Ideal Husband." I don't know if you're gonna love it. I just know that I don't like it, so you're probably gonna like it.
Yeah, then I'm gonna like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a twist.
Well, I said the last song sounded the same as others, so he just decided not to do that again.
Let's just do the
I
opposite.
guess I can't complain.
Yeah.
He's gonna take my
I love that.
Yeah.
just stay in bed and lay the lie about it. Obsessing over gray hair, knowing just what people wanna hear. Binging on under tension. I've said awful things, such awful things.
And goes right to the wire. The Ideal Husband.
That was different.
It is different.
That's for sure. I like parts of that track. I don't like parts of that track. I feel like it's subject matter wise, this is the perfect kind of instrumental to support that.
Yeah.
And definitely at times I like it, but there's some things that feel off. Like he's going on this unhinged kind of rock route, which I really like. But then like there's these things like the piano that's in there that sound like from the other songs that where it's like way too like processed, where it's like it still feels like it fits on these like super like overdone wavy kind of notions of the other tracks, where it's like very pretty, but they mixed it with like this harder, rougher rock texture. It kind of brought me out of it a little bit. Like the outro I think was fantastic on how rough that was. I wish the whole song was like that. I
Yes.
feel like he was at like an 8 out of 10 commitment. I feel like he needed to just go a little bit more, and then like I really would have been into it, because then you'd be able to feel that drum and feel that bass.
Yes.
But I feel like the kind of pretty elements brought me out of it a little bit. But I love his voice on the choruses and like the refrains and stuff, though. I think his voice has like a good power to it, and those that kept some energy up. So I like that track overall. There's a couple things that I would change, but I feel like I like that one.
Yeah. That's the one skip on this record.
I can see that. It's unlike anything else.
Yeah, this isn't exactly what I have in mind when I turn on a folk record. But you know, maybe that's me. I don't like things that are too loud. Just let's chill out.
Oh, that was nothing. But yeah, it sticks out like a sore thumb in this track list.
Yeah, I know.
I wanted him to go harder. I feel like he's almost there.
I don't think he's ever done this again, to
He could
my
do it well.
knowledge.
He could do it well, because he did this one pretty well.
Yeah. Okay, let's shift back to let's do a little bit of a look ahead as to what is coming next, and let's just do two songs that are commentaries on society.
This is a precursor. We live in a society.
It's a little bit of a precursor to pure comedy. But let's get started with Bored in the USA.
This better be a cover.
I don't think so. I don't know, maybe.
Pull out Bruce Springsteen. Do it.
No.
Okay, James Blake. Killing it.
Just a little bored in the US.
Okay, it's an interpolation, not a full cover. I'm okay with that.
Little bored. They gave me
It is pretty fun.
Craftsman home.
Pure comedy, if you will.
Yeah. He never does this on Pure Comedy.
Strange.
Yeah, he only does it on this one.
Can't get off.
All right. I was bored in the USA.
That was really good. I really like that one.
I do too.
I think it was well paced. Again, he's very good at writing and delivery. So like you're always engaged about what he's talking about. And I think that's very important when you're doing a song like this. So I'm guessing that's why Pure Comedy is just going to be so like amazingly good, because like you hang on his every word. Piano ballad here works really well. Just talking about American life. Even if he's talking from a middle class perspective and it's still awful, which is always like, it's a cool thing to like see from this perspective as well, because people always think there's like, oh, the working class is the only one, but like everybody in America is literally like under this tyrannical rule. So I feel like this is a good way to put it. And it's always like, oh, no, he's rich now or whatever, but I still think writing from this perspective is cool.
Yeah.
But even just the small things of like, oh, I went to college and I didn't get, a job for my degree, so now I'm working at what society claims as a low priority job that will get filled by a teenager or off seas eventually, until they cycle me out for the next person. And then just like the increase in mental illness and lack of health care. So it's like you get medication that's expensive and addictive, and it's like you're just being then, like it just makes life somewhat survivable.
Yeah.
So I think it does a really good job of just showing the utter state of the so-called greatest country on earth.
Yes. He has a lot of things to say. If only there was a record where
If only there was a record where he did that for the whole thing.
Did it for the whole thing.
I love the President Jesus line too.
I
feel
do
like
too.
that's such an encapsulation of American culture.
Exactly. Now let's zoom out a little bit.
Okay.
Let's what's wrong with the world? Holy shit is track 10. Very good title. I
Keep
have to
going.
say. This one's also one of my favorites, by the way.
Okay.
Independence, happiness. Oh, and no one ever knows the real you. And life is brief. So I've heard, but what's that gotta do with this atom bomb and me?
All right. That was Holy Shit.
Nice. I really like that one. I think that's on a level with Born in the USA. He just kind of started rattling off things, but I feel like it all connected very well. This one more on societal norms created by governments and age-old things that never change because this country never functions because we're on a piece of paper from 300 years ago, and
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But even just like like infotainment call outs, and like it's important to stay informed. That's really well written. As someone who takes in way too much news and politics on a daily basis, it definitely reshapes the way that you think about things.
Yeah.
So I think even just that colliding into like the final verse where he's like questioning what marriage even is, because it's just a societal function. It's literally nothing else. So it's like, why is this such a holy thing? It doesn't really serve a purpose. So he's very doomer pilled at this point.
Yes.
I never get that far down. I will always believe in people, even when the the country that is built upon us is never for the people and never has been. I always keep that hope in there, so I don't get this doomer pilled because this man is down bad.
Well, I think the end of that song kind of transitions into this next one.
Okay, I was gonna
It
say.
has a little spark of hope. So
Okay.
it's not all doom and gloom on this record. I know it seems like it right now, but let's just close it out with I Went to the Store One Day.
Okay.
Insert here. sentimentary are golden years. All 'cause I went to the store one day. Seen you around. What's your name?
All right.
Nice.
I went to the store one day.
Yeah, that's one of the best ones for sure. I think that's perfect following the past two tracks.
Yep.
Gets out of his own head a little bit and just like a random occurrence turns into this huge thing. So I think that's a perfect way to end this record. Yeah, love that one. Everything about that song was really fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, this is was very impressive. I definitely like the back half more. I think starting Ideal Husband onward, I like that 4-track run quite a bit, but
Okay.
also like True Affection through track 6. I also love those. So I don't know. I really like this. There is a disconnect for me just because like when it comes to folk and stuff like this, I tend to go towards artists where I can like relate to the lyrics right away. So it's like Sufjan and Phoebe and all these other artists. Like that stuff makes sense to me. This one, it's like I'm getting there, but he still has this weird nihilistic attitude that he mixes into these tracks where it's like
Yeah.
I don't think that way, so I can't like connect with it personally, but I also understand it's really fantastic writing and it makes it really engaging to listen along to these and read along because I really feel like I'm getting the entirety of each song right away. And then hearing what's happening second listen, which I think is really nice. It's a really cool way to intake music, especially when he does this kind of genre.
Yes.
It's like I want to know everything that's on his mind, and his writing style is really unique. His delivery is always fantastic, so you never really get bored.
Yeah.
And you can roll your eyes at points and like other points where it's like actually sentimental, and I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling all of him. He's showing everything here, which is really engaging, and I think that works on a majority of these tracks.
I think this is musically at his best. Like I think that
Yeah.
now that I've listened to all of his stuff, I think here he's as best as a songwriter as he's ever been, and then Pure Comedy is as best as a lyricist he's ever been. But yeah, I don't know. I started listening. Started with This Way, listening to Chloe, which is now regarded as one of his worst. Even though I disagree. I think that God's Favorite Customer is his worst. But who knows? I might be dead wrong, and Pitchfork might be right in giving it like an
Pitchfork
indie.
is never right. Okay.
Okay.
That's the first rule. They're right every once in a while, but it's only when you say they're right.
Well,
They're just objectively wrong all the time. So
I'm sure the Father John Misty heads in the comments.
I feel like Pitchfork would love this man. So
I feel like they do
he's
most of the time.
He's the perfect angel for Pitchfork. But yeah, I'm really interested in Pure Comedy just because like I'm brain broken for any social political talk. It's what I breathe.
It's a beast.
Yeah, and it breaks my brain. But I feel like that video would be so long because I'd want to just talk and talk for those tracks forever.
Well,
but,
yeah, and it's an hour 15.
and that
There's
yeah.
like an 11-minute song, a 9-minute song. So we would have a lot to talk about. If that's something that you guys would be interested in, I suppose we could do it. But it's
I'm interested.
It's tough. I mean, I can add it to the wheel.
It's going to be a tough listen for multiple reasons. But
Yes.
I do need to experience it. It's one I haven't heard yet.
We can I'll add it to the wheel. So there's a chance. But man, like I listened to it today and I was like, I need to listen to some Jim Croce right now. Just put on some like nice soul food, you know, like, I just need it. It left me kind of destroyed, but I'd be willing to do that again for a video.
I got mental fortitude. I listened to 6 hours of podcasts about the Iraq war today. So I got,
Great.
I'm built for this.
Okay. So you might actually really, really like
Yeah,
Pure
yeah.
Comedy. Okay. So, successful experiment. I know Fear Fun is also on my list. We'll probably do pure comedy first, and then Fear Fun will be a nice little, a nice
Yeah.
breath of fresh air, just some nice pop folk. So,
But yeah, this was very good. Very
yes, yes. I'm glad you liked it. This record. I bought it without listening to the record. I was just like, I like Father John Misty's other stuff.
I gotta like this one.
I bought this one and then God's Favorite Customer. One of them is my favorite and one of them is my least favorite. So I guess that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
But without further ado, let's spin the wheel.
Wheel time.
All right. We're back. We're here at the wheel. I changed the colors a little bit. Hope you guys don't.
This is so much nicer.
I'm glad
You
like
did
it.
take away the pride flag though.
Oh, well, yeah, we didn't save it last time. So I just
Oh,
did the regular.
okay.
Should I do the pride flag?
No, I was just making sure you didn't intentionally take it away.
No, I didn't. I didn't take it.
Let's clean this wheel up.
No. We'll have the pride flag back next week. But here we go for Babby's pick.
Show me the mud. Oh,
I got worried. All right, good. We haven't gotten a good since our
true.
fan reaction.
all right. Show me my list. What do I pick here?
I don't know. You got some good stuff on here.
I do. I feel like we've been in this lane for too long, though.
Of
Kind
what?
of in this indie lane.
Okay. Yeah, that is
Um,
true.
Let's go Cocktail Twins, Heaven or Las Vegas.
Okay. I have no idea what that is.
People have said it's life-changing. That's all I know about this record.
Okay. All right. Well, next week we'll have our life changed, I guess. That's kind of cool. All right. Next week. I don't remember what it's called. You're gonna have
I
to
don't
say
know
it.
how it's pronounced. I'm just gonna say Cocktail Twins, and then we'll figure out if that's how you say it. But
Okay.
yeah, Heaven or Las Vegas. This is a dream pop. The tags are dream pop, shoegaze, ethereal wave, and masterpiece. So
All right.
this review says it's official. My ears just got baptized. So I'm
Okay.
going in with high hopes here. It's been on my list for a while. So
All right. Well,
we'll see what that is.
this is going to be my first shoegaze record then.
True.
If this is truly
Well,
shoegaze.
Time and Place was partly a shoegaze record. So
That is true. So yeah, next week, Heaven or Las Vegas by I don't know. Cocktail Twins.
that's probably how you say it. They're probably British.
Probably. Leave suggestions for stuff you want added to our fan wheel. We're still keeping that going.
Just not right now.
Not right now. We got some stuff coming up. I'm going to be moving again shortly. And we got a Kendrick concert. So we're going to be busy. So we're just kind of...
Still got Arco later this week, though. So
Oh, that is
Take
true.
2 will be coming later this week.
Kick 2 is later this week.
Look out for that.
Very cool. But for now, we're just going to try to just do one video a week.
Yeah, we're gonna
minute.
tone it down. Yeah, we've been going a little crazy.
But you know what? That's
Unless
fine.
something comes out, but that'll always be just whenever something happens. So.
Sure. So there you go. If you like our voices so much, head on over to the podcast. The music segment of the podcast is already posted to this channel. But if you are interested in movie, TVs, or gaming, we cover all of those on the podcast also. So, want to hear our hot takes on Nope? Head over to the podcast. I hated it. It was the worst
What?
movie I've ever seen. I agree with
That's
Logan Paul,
crazy.
actually.
What?
That's not going to be relevant by the time this
Wow.
video comes out. But yeah, thank you. I hope that you guys have a nice Honeybear with you right now. Or if not, try to go to the store and find one. That's the
I'm a
trick.
YouTuber. I'll forever be lonely.
I've been trying to go to like a Whole Foods and trying to pick up women there, and it doesn't seem to be working. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Bring your guitar with you.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a great idea, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
try
just
that.
do that, and everybody just look at you weird.
Yeah, should I try like what do they call it? Like one of those street performers with a hat?
Yeah,
Should
try
I do
that.
that?
Yeah, just play the same song over and over again with like 3 chords. Just do the bare minimum.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds awesome, actually.
Hmm.
Okay. I just bumped a microphone.